Male Saiyans? What?
Blasphemy. They don't reproduce sexually, they reproduce asexually. They sprout fully formed from one another's bodies.
They just do a little dance and touch the fingertips and
Because
in a different way. Bam.
Because how am I supposed to feel secure in my masculinity if these monkey-tailed aliens have girls?
Right? I can't get a girl, but this fucking space ape can get a hot blue-haired Bulma
Okay.
and turn blonde whenever he wants. God damn it.
Okay. I don't think we're getting a Will tonight.
Okay.
I will text him, just to be sure. Oh, wow. This Manhattan must have hit me hard.
Just right now?
No, I mean in general, but I went to go text Will, and I thought, capitalize, like, all caps Will in it? Like, will you be joining us?
See, I would have thought that'd be like a capital dad joke or something. Just
But it's like,
go ahead and do it.
I wouldn't have found it nearly as funny if I wasn't feeling this Manhattan.
It brings you down to normal people's levels. Instead of always perched in your fucking ivory tower. Oh man, I'm already all the way through my scotch, and that was all the way up the whiskey stone. And this whiskey stone's like twice as big as a golf ball. Oh my god, I haven't been drunk in so long.
Yeah, what's up with that? You've missed some awesome D&D.
I know. Work has been like I haven't had a weekend since July. I mean, this past one was the first one, but fuck.
So, did you get promoted?
No, I just got a whole bunch of work.
Oh, that's shitty.
Like, several people left our office, so me and the other new guy were the ones that were like senior and knew what we were doing, kind of. And the other three people that were hired on had no idea what they were doing, so we had to pick up the slack. And they were paid more than us. Can you believe that shit?
With the state? Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty par. And my fucking Homer Simpson clock says it's 3 p.m. That has nothing to do with anything right now. I'm just looking at it. Yeah, I'm drunk. No, so I had to work like Saturday and Sunday. Pretty much all of August.
Ugh.
Some of September.
Well, I killed Aaron.
Oh shit! Really?
I didn't kill him.
But you put him on the ground.
No, he's gone now.
Oh no, Alan killed him.
Yeah, Alan's the one that showed me the way.
Him.
Well, no. So what happened is Alan tried to banish him, and I realized that because his home plane, he's not from that plane.
But I'm blaming Alan on this.
He would stay there, and I happened to look at the. Are you there, Shane? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I cut out like I don't know, right into your rant. Cut out right in the beginning.
So
you
Alan
banished him?
Alan was trying to get him to not do something, and he's like, I cast banishment on him. And so while looking at that, we realized that if it were to succeed, there was no coming back for Aaron, because banishment sends you to your home plane, and if that's not the current plane, like, you stay there.
Right.
You don't get to come back in a minute. And so the enemy they were fighting at the time had banishment as a spell. It was
oh shit.
I think it was actually just Will's devil. because that was the whole instigating factor was Will did something shady as shit. Um, and so Aaron tried to kill him, and Alan tries to banish him. He makes that roll, and then I'm like, oh dude, this devil would totally banish you. Um, and Aaron's like, no, that's cool. And so Aaron failed the save, and now he's home. Which he was like, well, that's a happy ending for the character.
Yeah.
Amy, would you text Will? My phone is being an asshole.
Fly away home, birdie. Oh. So what's he gonna do next time?
He's had a bard rogue on deck, and he's decided he wants to take a turn doing some shady shit.
So, good, awesome. He's gonna fit in then.
So I guess he was saying to Alan, he's like, I don't want everyone to know what I'm trying to do. And Alan's like, well, just bring some sticky notes. Aaron's like, oh, we could do that? Yeah. Pass sticky notes to Caleb when you're doing something nefarious.
3 times a game.
Yeah.
Caleb. All right, I'm gonna go freshen my drink.
Okay.
I'll be back. Why not get even drunker?
Indeed. Amy, are you texting?
I had to play. Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you did or not.
So you know how when you play WoW, sometimes people will have 3 characters linked together?
Yeah, the multi-boxing.
So we just did the Dark Moon Rabbit, and some Tauren Orc Troll Horde had 15 of them.
Jeebus.
Yeah, like they all had the same spelling type, like the weird O, and it was all druids. You just popped up in a line. It's like, oh fuck, man, you have no time on your hands.
And a fuck ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if they're paying all those subscriptions with gold, yeah, they had to buy the box 15 times. I feel like that coffee wasn't enough.
He said, oh shit, I forgot we moved it. Not gonna make it.
Okay. I mean, that makes things a little easier. Because I don't have to work Bayard into it.
Only a little.
Shane, are you putting dice in your drink?
on the table.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
I was just pulling him out of my bag. I'm missing some pieces to my dice tower, so I guess I'm not using that.
Alan has it.
He has a piece to my dice tower?
Yeah, he's like, you left it behind and it was going to give it to you, but you didn't show up.
Oh, he's a saint. I was really sad when I lost that.
Well, it has been found.
Kudos to that man.
Oh, a little bit of news. Nothing certain.
Alan's pregnant.
It's true.
Sorry.
He saw Junior one too many times.
He's like, I can do that. And bam, he did it.
I'm as good as Arnold. So, Amy and I, our job placement advisor through Oxford, got in touch with us, and we might be going to China in February.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So she's circulating applications, but that's when they're looking to have people start. So
Holy shit.
it's
okay.
either we go in China or we stick around, or we go in February or we stick around till August. And
So it's back on then. The
yeah.
whole...
Like it was
Yeah.
always on, but we thought we could, wait till like April or May. But their hiring cycle is such that it's February or August. So
Okay. Well, damn. I'm gonna miss you guys.
It'll be interesting.
Okay. So we have our beverages. We have our snacks if we want them. We've gone pee.
I might have to
Nope.
tinkle later, but yes.
Don't even.
Actually, my cord is so long, I can go and do this at the same time.
I don't want to hear that.
When it gets all echoey and shit, that's when you know I'm in the bathroom.
All right, so I guess we can begin. If I can find the button. Okay.
I pushed a button.
There we go. Starting. Oh, shit.
Are we already on?
Yeah, we've been streaming.
Hot mic?
Yo, what's up?
Apparently I did not press the right button to stop it. I paused my playback of the stream, not the stream itself. So,
Well, good.
yeah, that'll be fun when we edit it eventually someday.
I can get to it now. The work slowed down, but yeah.
Okay. Because it's not like I've been jumping on it to edit it myself either. So.
No, I understand. You've got school and
Work at 3 a.m.
many. Holy shit! Work at 3 a.m.
you have been around,
I haven't seen you to. Yeah, I got a job teaching English online to Chinese kids, and so I'm teaching at like 6 p.m. their time, which translates to 3:40 a.m. our time.
Oh my god.
So they're half-hour classes, and I teach like 4 a day. So it's thrown my circadian rhythms off so much because, especially now that school's back in, I have class at 4 in the afternoon.
Jesus.
So my body does not know when to sleep, when to be awake. I'm just always tired, but never sleepy.
You're doing that Da Vinci thing where he sleeps like every other 2 hours or something?
It feels like that. Like I get 4 hours here, I get 4 hours here. Okay. So, no one's been watching. Big surprise there. But we can start.
We're not a huge draw,
So,
but we're fun.
here we go. 3, 2, 1. Previously on the Chaotic Neutral podcast, the gang is split up once again, maybe this time for good. While working on a side job for a gnome alchemist of dubious morality and questionable sanity, Kai was arrested as a terrorist and an enemy of the state. Bert and Kiki found a secret passage into the Imperial Palace to save him, but with Kiki holding a grudge and neither of them knowing the lay of the land, how can they possibly rescue their wayward monk? Find out in this week's episode of the Chaotic Neutral podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Caleb, And I am joined tonight by David.
Hello. Play Kai.
And Shane.
Hello, my name is Bert. It's been 3 months since I last had a drink.
And finally, Amy.
Hello. I play Kiki.
So is it a coincidence, Shane, that it's been like 3 months since we've recorded?
Yeah, big coincidence. Oh, did I say drink? I meant confession.
So I forgot why I'm angry.
For a
'Cause
few
you're cute.
reasons.
I'm always angry.
I think the big reason that you're angry with Kai is that he needed a body and he outsourced
Oh,
it
right.
to
He outsourced it.
to a different gang of criminals and then couldn't pay them. And he only asked you in when he needed the money.
Right. And then I feel like I left him in the alley.
You paid for it because you realized that they were totally going to fuck him up if you didn't. And possibly you.
I don't know that I was concerned about me.
Well, it was that this was part of the embedded criminal underworld of the city.
Oh, right.
And so you didn't want to shit on their doorstep.
Right, I need that. That's important to me.
Long stretches of insanity with this chick, but small little snippets of lucidity. It's like, oh, I need this.
So yeah, a more in-depth recap. Kiki paid for a body that Kai commissioned. Then Kiki fucked off because she was so disgusted with him for not asking her first.
You should have bought from her Amazon store, man.
It's Etsy. I make that shit myself.
I showed you this Etsy page like 3 months ago, you ass.
How do you think I paid for the house? What do you think the store in the house is a front for?
My Etsy shop.
This is a new code name for murdering someone. I gotta go work my Etsy. Update my Etsy store. So while transporting this corpse through the city streets on a small cart, sort of covered with tarps and stuff, a ghost that Kai pissed off many, many episodes ago decided to play some mischief and loosened one of the axles so that the cart's wheels fell off.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. When the cart hit the ground, the body kind of bounced out right in front of an Imperial Guardsman. Kai, being the smooth talker that he is, made things 1,000 times worse. Picked up the body and tried to run away, and in the process, dropped one of the mystery potions that you guys got from that academy, where they're so old you couldn't really identify what they did. And it turned out it was a potion of delayed blast fireball, and so he blew up all the guards that were chasing him, as well as a couple buildings, and that called down the wrath of the City Watch and some helpful volunteer dwarfs who knocked Kai out and took him into custody.
Just happen to have pitchforks and torches.
Ready to go, like by the front door. You never know when you need to start an angry riot. Nocturnal, of course.
It was quick.
I'm sorry, David?
I went down very quickly.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they rolled crits. The guards. So Bert had been doing some research into places of power. I honestly don't remember. I'm sorry.
Yes. That sounds intelligent.
I don't feel so bad for forgetting, since you obviously didn't take notes on what you were researching.
There are notes, but this office is a goddamn mess.
No judgment.
I'm looking around and I can't make heads or tails of this place. There's a comic book I haven't read. There's a big sticker the size of a dinner plate. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay.
Um. So, anyways, Kai and Kiki met up and happened to witness, not Kai and Kiki, Bert and Kiki met up and happened to witness Kai getting dragged to the Imperial Palace in chains. And they started doing some investigation as to how they might break into the Imperial Palace. They discovered that the Church of Saint Wisdom, across the way from the Imperial Palace, which is sort of the head church for any major religious activities in the city, um, it has an Imperial box that's not accessible from within the church itself. They deduce that there must be a way to access it that the Emperor can access without having to walk the streets like a freaking pleb. And they managed to get up there and find a passage that runs under the street into. There, I did name that street. Let me look up that. It passes under the Path of Glory, which is the main sort of thoroughfare of this section of the city, and into the Imperial Palace. And that's where we left off. So, Bert, Kiki, you're in this underground passage. Night has just fallen. What do you do?
We go spelunking.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just gonna head on through?
Helpful. Way to go, past chain.
Yeah, we do that.
Okay. How do you approach this?
What?
So you're in an underground tunnel right now. Ahead of you, a few hundred feet, because you're sort of right under street level at this point. So ahead of you, you can see two large double doors, fucking gilded up the wazoo, gyms set into it, and lining the hallways of the walls of this corridor, marble floored with marble columns on it, by the by, and mosaics of precious materials lining it. At the far end, you see these double doors that are closed. You just walk up to them and open them. What are you doing?
Character blow shit up, or is that the other one?
That's the other one.
Oh yeah, I'm a rogue. I rogue it.
Rogue it.
Roll to rogue.
I rolled to rogue.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Shit. 18 on the die plus 12, 13. So a lot.
31. Okay. So yeah, you don't make a sound as you traipse across this marble floor with no soft
like I do
materials to
this.
absorb sound.
This like ballet movement across the floor. Pirouettes and
Or do you take off your shoes and you just like glide on your socks?
it's like that scene in that one movie. Pants
Risky
off,
business?
just in my socks. You're like, why are you taking your pants off? I'm like, I got this.
Did you remember that movie, you jackass?
Pants make a lot of sound.
And I shaved this morning.
It's like a baby seal down there. Okay. You get to the door. What do you do?
Listen for traps.
All right. Give me a perception check.
That'd be a 7 on the die. Let's that 18 total. No, yeah, 18.
All right. You hear, just very faintly through the door, this is the shittiest posting in the entire palace. I don't know, man. You get to see the ladies. You know, no action, but, You know, we could be out on the frontier. Yeah. Fucking boring.
I make hand gestures to Bert, indicating that I hear people
All
on the other
right.
side.
Kiki, roll me a sleight of hand. Bert, roll me an insight.
Insight. Ooh, natty 20.
All right.
26.
Right back in the game.
So Kiki
Oops.
does a bunch of like fucking sign language and gang signs. You're pretty sure you actually recognize an arcane rune in there too.
You trying to summon the devil?
But you get the exact meaning down to the tone of voice and the pauses in these guards' conversation.
I make the motion of cracking my knuckles without cracking them. Oh, we're gonna brighten these guys' day.
Shall
Welcome to overtime.
Should I just open it? Or should I, like, storm through the door?
Oh, and your perception notice that the doors open towards you.
Me?
Oh,
Alright.
okay. So, all right, they open
Should I
towards you.
open it for you, and you can bust through?
Do I know what the Emperor looks like? I don't think I ever saw him,
No. You
so I wouldn't be able to
roll me
bullshit that.
roll me a history check.
Another. Oh my God, nope, that's a 1. Got the symbols mixed up there, Caleb. That is a 1.
So no, in all of your research, you never ever touched on anything about the Emperor.
Yeah.
So I just kind of shrug at her like,
I mean, what's our plan anyway?
Well, I thought her. Oh wait, I should be doing this to you.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
you
good,
know,
because I
go
picked up my dice.
sliding into the tentacle porn area here.
Oh
And-
yeah, I'm
and-
still sign languaging, and yeah.
So I'm gonna talk back with the mind rape. I thought we were supposed to be. Oh, how did I do it? I have to breathe in for this, don't I? I can't do that right now. There's too much alcohol.
How are we
in my
going
mouth.
to do this?
How are we going to do this? I thought we were supposed to be quiet.
I don't do quiet. I mean, what's
That's
the
right.
plan?
You're the worst rogue in the world.
The assassin rogue doesn't do quiet.
I forgot you're just a little murder moppet. Excuse me. Goddamn whiskey.
I kind of feel like I'm just gonna open the door and we're gonna do whatever we're gonna do.
Kiki does what she wants. I can't really tell her in either way. So I'm gonna ready some magic. I don't know. Brace for impact.
All right, you
Put my head between my knees.
'cause
assume the
we're
position.
gonna do it.
All right, how do you open the doors?
The flourish.
Yeah.
All right, so you pull them wide open, and it's actually a lot easier than you expected. Like, these are big, giant doors. You expected to have to do big arms, you know. But instead, you go to do that, and they all but slam open. But they don't slam. It's like something cushions them as they go to hit the walls. Immediately, both guards turn around, and you see two solidly built soldiers in Imperial Praetorian regalia sort of turn. What's all this then?
And roll initiative.
Surprise
Okay.
attack?
Okay, we roll
Motherfucker.
initiative.
No surprise attack? No jump up and stabby stab?
Is that a
You
thing?
should have turned yourself into the Emperor.
These guys are.
I don't know what he looks like, David. I
No,
rolled a
he's
shit
not.
history. Oh, what I thought he looked like. I turned myself into Cartman dressed as a sultan. Get ready to lick some. Or wait, what did he say? Are you ready for your Sunday, Kyle? With extra nuts. Ah, damn! What a shit initiative. I wasn't ready. Let me do it again.
Um. See, the problem with guards in the D&D world is that they're never really meant to handle adventurers.
They shouldn't be. We've been on the road. They've been sitting at this little post for...
Yeah, but the Praetorian Guards are supposed to be the elite of the elite. So the guards are at...
What level are we?
Okay. Here.
What level are we?
13.
13, okay.
No. Fucking shit. I have completely forgotten how to use Roll20. Okay. Bert.
8.
And Kiki?
13.
Okay. So it turns out these guys are actually, elite guards for what they are. And so do you, like, draw your rapier, Kiki? Like, you're planning to stab them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Threat detected.
They will both step forward and take some swings at you with their great swords.
Great swords. You didn't say great swords.
Just rude.
I'm leaving.
First one misses with both swings. Thank you, dice. Ah, there we go. There's a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
So, what you do with your dice bag?
Oh, D-bag, where are you?
So 24 slashing damage from the one great sword that manages to hit you.
Okay.
A lot.
Have it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, uncanny dodge. Can you do that?
Oh my god, I don't know if it's so long.
You play like last 2 weeks, or like 2 weeks ago?
No.
Not the rogue.
Not the rogue. Right, not the rogue.
The artificer.
I have no idea what uncanny dodge does.
David remembers.
It lets you half one attack.
You say that you can see it's you want to attack you. I half it.
So you take... What did I say?
The halfling.
I don't know. I forgot
24.
Oh, I thought I said 24. So you take 12 instead of 24. That's right, folks. We are a professional podcast.
to. Whoop.
We pay ourselves,
Yeah.
so we're technically professional.
In the new WoW expansion, there's a bit where you're with this sort of piratey fellow, and he's supposed to be guarding you to a pirate stronghold, but he's drunk off his ass, and he's like, "Oh, we went right last time, so it must be left this time, right?" And like, there's a bit where there's this horrible like lizard that shows up, and he's like, "Oh, hey, lizard," and I love the voice actor's delivery, but you can do another quest while you're escorting him, and when you turn it in, he's like, "Oh, all done with your side job, are you? Can we get some professionalism around here?" Okay, so that was the knights. It is Kiki's turn.
I stab one.
Okay, left or right?
Right.
Okay.
Sneak attack. Right.
Oh.
She's a fucking rogue.
With 13.
13 will not do it. It deflects off of his plate mail.
Oh, Christ. Plate mail.
You turn.
So you run away?
No.
Oh, okay. Bert, you're up.
Why would I run away?
I thought you said U-turn.
I said your turn.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I heard U-turn as well. Yeah, I'd run away too.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I don't even know why we're here, man. It's been so long.
Mess.
Theoretically,
In
you're
the-
saving Kai.
In the 2 minutes that it took us to get through this passage, 3 months went by.
It's true. Got lost.
Someone
see.
turned off the game and saved, and life
Went
took
off.
over.
Yeah.
Geralt's still sitting in Tucson somewhere.
On his knees, meditating. Just... So I'm gonna. Which is the one that hit Kiki? That's the one I'm gonna hit.
Right.
The right.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, it was the right.
Oh, that's the one I hit. Is what I guess.
No,
Mm.
the one you tried to hit. You didn't hit him.
Wow, way to be a dick.
I believe in specificity of language.
Ivory Tower, man.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. So, okay. So first attack against Mr. Right here. Oh no, is 17 gonna do it?
Nope.
Oh,
I didn't
dude,
think so.
fuck.
Plate mail.
Deflects off his shield.
Pow! Another 17. Uh-oh. Kiki, we might have to run. What about a 20?
You have 3 attacks?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, 20 will hit.
Okay. This isn't going to do a whole lot. I have to get several hits in to do anything. Where's 12? Where's my 10? There we go. Whoop, shit. Where'd it go? And how about a 12?
Okay. It's actually a
12
pretty
or...
palpable hit.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
He looks shaken. He actually looks shaken enough that he bellows out, "Intruders at the temple gate! Guard the Emperor!"
Whoops.
This was not a
That's
good
all I have
plan.
to say about that. Whoops.
And then they both turn and attack Kiki again.
Whoops.
And wait.
You guys are in more trouble than I am.
I know. We're going to end up in jail.
Did you want to do
Lucky
something else on your
free
turn?
guys.
Move back?
Okay.
Start
Fuck you.
scooting back. Little moonwalk.
Took a wrong turn at the temple.
This isn't my apartment.
You're not Vile. I don't know why Vile is the name that just popped into my head.
This isn't some elaborate rape fantasy. I'm sorry. I was just hired.
Okay, Amy. So the first one swings twice and misses. You're just too dexy and dodgy. The other one rolls the same one who hit you with a nat 20 before. Hits another nat 20.
Oh.
For 20... Sorry, hang on. I forgot how to math. For another 24 damage.
Can I evade it? No. Can I?
It's a new
uncanny
turn,
dodge?
right?
Yes. Uncanny dodge. Taking 12. And he's so exultant in that hit that when he does his backswing, he kind of lets go and his greatsword goes flying.
20 and a 1, huh?
Yep.
Isn't that always how it goes?
Kiki, your turn.
I. Dad. That's it. I stab him.
So stab.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Oh, look at that, a 20.
Okay, you hit.
Is that... Hold on. Don't know which button it is. What is that? A D8? Yep,
Yes.
that's it. 12.
Okay. Another 12 damage to him.
Would Bert happen to be anywhere near that guy to get sneak attack?
Oh no.
No.
Especially,
Bert's a coward.
Especially after Shane just said Bert's backing up.
I know, you shit show.
Living shit show. Not dead.
Bert, it's your turn.
Take 3 more shots at the guy who was just stabbed.
Okay.
Like it's gonna matter. I mean, he already sounded the alarm. Trademark. That's like a 30.
Damn.
Yeah. That was high ass roll. 29.
That will hit.
And a 28. God damn, just roll down the ladder.
Damn. Okay. Roll damage.
I know. That's like my 3 highest fucking rolls ever.
He gets disarmed, and all of a sudden, just everything's opened up.
Oh, you wanna call the alarm, eh, boy?
It was actually the other one who shouted the alarm.
Don't ruin this for me, Caleb. So let's see. 15 damage on the first one. 11 damage in the second one. And 14 damage on the third.
Okay, so you let loose 3 Eldritch Blasts, and they all catch him full in the chest, and he twitches, smolders, and collapses.
Ooh.
What do you do now? You have a move.
I'll tell you what I don't do. I don't slink back like a little bitch. Because I'm starting to feel it. Starting to roll my shoulders a little bit.
Okay.
And then I suddenly feel like, oh shit, what if somebody comes up behind me? And I look back.
The other guard sort of squares himself up and then bolts.
Oh, I thought he was going to do like a Billy Madison, just take a few steps and then just like clock Amy from underneath the gin.
No, he's sounding the alarm.
Oh shit. That's a bad thing, Amy.
As he moves away, Amy, you can make a opportunity attack if you wish.
Cut his ankles.
Actually, no. But with the stats that I gave them, he shouts, "Guard Michael is down! Hurry, my friends, to arms! Protect the palace!" And takes 2 swings at Kiki.
What? Go fuck yourself.
She's in this elaborate fantasy.
Does a 17 hit you?
As?
Okay.
I was expecting another go fuck yourself.
12 slashing damage.
Half.
Okay, 6 slashing damage. Who needs a tank? You have a rogue.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Run.
We just leave him here to die, and we bail.
I'm thinking bail.
All right.
Wait a minute. Okay.
So it's Kiki's turn. What do you do?
Run to me, Kiki.
Disengage.
Good call. Someone's
And
remembering how
bail.
to play your character. Okay.
I'm just reading words on my page, Caleb.
So you disengage and you bail. He tries to take a swing at you, but you're ready and you dodge out of the way. And you break free and book it over to Bert.
Why would I do that?
Bert, what are you doing?
Why would I do that?
Because jump into my arms, I'll
Oh, you
shift
can
into
teleport.
like the
Done.
shape of a or teleport.
Do it.
Fine. I was gonna play a wailing woman and then just like holding my child, my baby.
My baby.
Somebody broke into the temple, my baby.
See, I was thinking that it doesn't matter how fast you are as long as I'm faster than you. But hey, let's teleport.
Boinf. And then we're well after my turn, of course.
Okay, well, it's your turn next.
Okay.
So you're doing the Helm of Teleportation?
Yes.
What's your destination?
Kiki and Friends. I mean, not the one in Bezos, not the one that's like all blighted and fiery and shit.
Okay.
So the parlor. James, bring us around to the parlor.
Okay, so
Do you roll that or do I?
I'm looking it up here.
I can't remember.
And you haven't established a permanent circle there, correct?
No, that takes like 100 days.
Okay. So,
It's just a place that I'm very familiar with because
Okay.
that's where I sleep them off.
go ahead and roll me a D100.
Percentiles or audio. $96. Holy shit.
Nice roll. Bwomp! You're back in the parlor of the house.
Okay, well that was fun.
Yay.
How dark was that corridor? Are our faces pretty recognizable?
Oh, it was well lit.
Shit.
There were golden crystals on the wall illuminating it, and there were sort of several burnished reflective surfaces amplifying the light. It's
So here's the thing.
it's the sort of place the Emperor goes to show off how pious and amazing
So
he is
it's
with his
time to
friends.
pack up my shit and leave.
Well, I was thinking, how about we dye our hair and
I can actor.
Yeah, and that'll be good. I'll just like we'll start a new life somewhere.
All right.
Goodbye,
Let's
Kai.
do Game over.
Okay,
We
Kai.
need, we need to regroup.
Kai, you come to in a sort of standard issue dungeon cell. It is dank. It is dark. You can hear rats scurrying in the walls. It's a stone cell with a pile of dirty hay in the corner and a bucket for you to use if you need to. High in the wall, there's a very narrow slit letting in just a little bit of light and a little bit of air. Torches gutter out in the corridor beyond your cell. You can't see into the cells next to you, but you can see in the corridor there's a well-dressed man in a uniform that you may or may not have seen before. You can roll a history if you want to try to identify the uniform.
Okay. In a while. Give me a second. Nope. 9.
Okay. And he kind of he smiles and he goes, "Oh, I just want to bet. They said you wouldn't wake up for another couple hours yet, but I have an eye for how much of a beating someone can take and remain unconscious for how long." I am Captain Rangave, and I have the questionable honor of being your head jailer. And he kind of strokes his beard in a very sinister fashion. As he does that, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
I'm getting a Count of Monte Cristo vibe here.
You can roll an insight check if that's better for you.
Perception better. Nope. D20 doesn't like me. I rolled a
Give it
10.
time.
You can roll that with advantage if you want.
No.
So you can roll it one more time and see if that's higher.
Nope. It doesn't like me. Well, 11.
You see, we have to have order in this city, and you have been causing a lot of disorder. Certain parties think that that could be useful, but
Party.
I need to make sure that you're doing things for the right reasons.
Don't trust him.
And now
He's
he's
a-
going to make an insight check to see if you are picking up what he is putting down. He rolls a nat 20 and kind of, he sighs, sort of rubs his hand through his hair, looks to either side of him, leans in close and goes, "We have a mutual friend, you fool."
Scratching my head.
But our friend is irritated with you because you've been ignoring his requests.
Look that birds get and like just trying to.
I
look
can
for
help you
something.
out of this situation, but I need your assurances that you will work in our friend's best interest.
I take a look up at the window, judge if I can fit through it.
You know what? With the way Kai's been behaving, give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Are you thinking concussion?
I'm just thinking it'd be really funny to watch him try to squeeze through a window that there's no way he could possibly fit through.
Face first.
Trying to tombs it,
12.
It's close, but you think you can't quite do it.
Okay.
Even as skinny and wiry as you are, you think that whoever designed this had to design it for creatures as small as gnomes and halflings. And so there aren't really any apertures that are big enough for even one of them to fit through, much less a wood elf.
Let's say I trust you. Will you help me out?
That's what I just said.
No, with something else.
What else are you looking for help with?
I need a dead body delivered somewhere.
He does the double Picard. Isn't that what brought you in here in the first place?
I think it was the fireball, but
But that was just an accident, right? It just fell out of your ass.
I was hoping for smoke.
He walks down the hall. You can't see where he goes. And he's gone for a couple of minutes. And he comes back with sort of a tablet that has letters inscribed into it. He says, according to the report that the City Watch passed on to me, they stopped to question you because a dead body fell out of your cart when one of the wheels fell off of it because it wasn't up to proper maintenance standards. When they went to investigate you about it, or when they went to question you about it, you took off running, trying to evade their inquiry. At which point you released an explosion that killed several of the guardsmen and destroyed several buildings in the area, as well as the body that you were originally trying to transport. So I would say the dead body was the inciting problem, wouldn't you? I mean, the fireball was bad. Probably didn't help things. But the body is what initially caused the issues.
I see. I still need it. So?
Look, the Sultan figured that getting you out of here would be enough of an incentive. I'm sure he could manufacture a body for you. But with the way that you've been repaying favors, I don't think he's really going to want to do that. But I tell you what, you sit tight, I'll get in touch with the Sultan, and we'll see what we can work out.
Okay.
All right. Behave yourself. And he walks away.
Am I chained?
You're not.
I'm not.
They seem to think that they have you in a secure cell.
Okay.
Okay, so cutting
Let's
back
try-
to. Oh, go ahead, David.
Gonna try to start a fire.
God.
Just, my fingers. Nothing. Just,
Oh, like the ability you used to have.
yes.
Okay. All right. Cutting back while Kai tries in vain to summon the elemental forces of fire, we will flash back to Kiki and Bert at the house, and I'm sure Fozzie.
Always Fozzie.
Yeah. Kiki probably refuses to have any serious discussions without Fozzie present.
True. He's my
Fozzie.
advisor.
Fozzie gets a full vote on the council.
He does.
All members are not present. This is not sanctioned committee meeting.
We do not have a quorum. Fozzie is not here. The chairman is absent.
The chairman. Chairman Foz.
She's got a little like wig and gavel that she gives him.
Just holding his beak.
Did you see the clip of Kavanaugh's confirmation hearing where one of the senators is voicing her? No, it's Cory Booker. Cory Booker's voicing his opposition to it, and the chairman is just lightly tapping his gavel like a fucking metronome.
I did not see that.
Like, oh, that is so shitty.
I saw the one where he was saying like, bring it. I'm going to release all these documents. Bring it, motherfucker. But I didn't see anything else. God.
Okay.
All right.
What do you guys do?
Oh God, I sit down at the breakfast table. Just like that was shitty. That was bad even for us. That was what the hell happened to us? We used to be great.
It got soft.
We just walked in and just shit in front of somebody and presented it. I don't know what happened there, Kiki.
I am, as the DM, I want to interject here that really was not like I was expecting. Because after the last game, Amy was like, I don't know what our fucking plan is. We can't just like waltz in there. Like,
Right.
We don't know where it is. We don't know what's
Clearly,
going on.
we couldn't just waltz in there.
And so I was thinking, like, I have all this shit not planned out, but I've got the Imperial Palace kind of blocked out. And I was expecting you guys to come up with an actual jailbreak plan.
No.
Nope. Sorry. I spent all day in the sun and now I'm drunk. So there's no plan. There's no planning. Say we change our names, get new outfits, dye our hair.
Leave the city.
Wanting to do something about Fozzie.
I mean, the good news is Fozzie wasn't there.
True, but he
Don't
is an
they know I'm
accomplice
a
of
girl,
ours.
Ozzy?
He's never seen without her. So, but who else? What other halfling is going to have a fucking bear? An owl bear.
I'll put the wig on him. Fine.
No, he's a bulette. A hairy bulette.
And he went to law school.
Don't you recognize the Chancellor of Dubai? This is him. It's royalty. How dare you?
He's the emperor.
I mean, that's my plan.
Pray to God that works.
I like it.
Well, we got to figure something out.
I
Maybe-
don't know what to do.
I don't either, because my brain is on lockdown. I can't fucking think. I'm surprised I remember how to go to the bathroom. How about... Oh, God. What if the Sultan knows how to get Kai out? Huh?
Who's the Sultan?
The blue guy? You remember that ring? Did he give you anything?
Oh, the guy I don't like.
The guy you don't like.
That narrows it down.
A lot of people you don't like can do us favors.
He wanted us to do something for him, and I didn't.
He did.
Sultan Azra.
Holy shit, you pulled the right name out of the air.
I wrote it down.
Yep, Osra
Look at that.
al-Amr. He's probably on our list of people to murder.
He is on my kill these people page.
Is he at least a few down?
No, he's like the one.
He's the one guy. I thought Zerf was the one guy. I thought Zerf was like number...
Well, like I keep crossing
me.
people out.
Oh. Well, shift that list around. Put Sultan like further down. I'm gonna need you to pull that name out and just like put it like maybe number 6.
What do you want us to do?
Because right now, I don't know. He seemed like a nice enough guy to me. I'd be willing to.
You're gonna have to talk to him.
I think the
I'll
last
talk.
time he directly asked for a favor from Kiki, it was to influence the elections in Karst a certain way. But, you know, we all know how that went.
Didn't I kill somebody?
You guys destroyed Karst. Like,
Yeah.
as a city, it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
We-
right.
So,
we may
I
or may
mean-
not have been directly responsible.
In
So we
in
could
a
just
certain manner of
go-
speaking, you did influence the elections in Karst.
You could go to him and tell them that we did a great job, right?
We influenced the shit out of those elections.
So,
We did.
he actually got in touch with Bert
He did at the library.
at the library, and he said that you guys did not do what he had asked you to do, but it worked out in his favor anyways. So he's not mad at you. But he would like you to, you know, do what he says.
What did he say this time?
I can't.
He said he'd be in
remember.
touch.
That's it?
Yeah.
Let's go be in
That's-
touch with him.
Is this a communicator ring? Can I blow into and like summon the power of the Sultan?
No. It's
Oh.
it's not a Captain Planet ring. It's a God, did you see the movie in the 90s where Alec Baldwin was this weird superhero called the Shadow?
The shadow, yeah.
And like everyone who he saved got a ring that they wore, and that's how like you knew who was in on the Shadow's team. It's more
Shadow
like
knows.
that. Yeah, the
right.
Shadow knows what lurks in the hearts of men.
That was a terrible movie.
It was, but I have a fondness for it.
I do too. Like that was. Anyway, so it's more of a members only ring, not really a communicator ring.
Correct.
Well, farts. What's your plan, Kiki?
Change my name and
Change your name, move to Mexico?
She's She's already changing out Fozzie's white magisterial wig for something a little more tousled.
I'm sitting here sharpieing his feathers to a different color. Like, I'm desperate here. We got to get out.
I'm gonna frost your tips, give
Yeah.
you a blonde dread wig. We're gonna move to Tahoe. We're gonna be dirty hippies.
Because it's not like he has like legit papers.
Right? They could be altered.
We do nothing, Caleb. I don't know. I'm not the plan maker.
Let's wait. Where's Mr. What's the other dwarf's name? Not Zerf, but the
Bert.
drunk.
No, that's you.
No, not Zerf. Bert.
It's not Warren in this one.
Cormac.
Corm.
No,
Yeah,
it's not
That's
Cormac.
Caleb's character.
I'm just gonna start saying people's names, and eventually we'll get there.
What'd you
let me
say,
scroll
David?
Up here.
Bayard.
Bayard. There
That's
we
right.
go.
Bayard Iron Mug.
Oh yeah, doesn't he have like ties to the?
He's in good with the Church of Amathion.
Yeah, that doesn't do us any
Sanctuary?
good.
Oh, sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
I'm going.
No, don't go there.
What?
I don't.
Got nothing. We have no plan for
I
this.
know. I'm so burned out right now. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to get in touch with the Sultan's men somehow.
Okay.
Put out some flyers.
Not really put out flyers, but maybe put myself in a public place. I
with,
don't know how
like,
smart
a
that's going to be
sign,
after.
like at the airport with the sign.
Yeah.
His name on
I'm
it.
gonna go hang out at the the Buffalo Wild Wings at the airport.
Okay. We
Put out a
will...
Craigslist ad. I'm gonna go to the Mertens Morning Mug.
All right. You just kind of hang out there.
Yeah, just gonna
Okay.
hang out there for a little bit.
But
first, I'm gonna prestidigitate a mustache on my face to try to hide myself in plain sight.
roll me an Arcana.
I've got a spell for that though. Oh shoot, where is it?
Disguise self.
Mask of Many Faces. It's one of my. I think that's disguise self.
Okay. All right, then you don't need to roll the Arcana.
So then a thick, bushy, Smokey and the Bandit deal.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
was
feel like
that
I
the-
can't stay at the
Burt
house.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh, may he rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kai. A few hours later, Captain Rangave comes back, and he says, "The Sultan can acquire you a corpse, assuming that you see this through for him, without any complications. Think of it as a bonus. Your payment is getting out of here and avoiding execution. As a bonus, you can get the corpse for whatever you need it for. Where do you want that delivered?"
The crazy guy over there.
Crazy guy over where?
The
Josephus?
the-
Three cells down?
The gnome.
Oh God, what was his name?
He's got really big hair.
What can those booties do for you? I can't remember his name.
I know I wrote it down somewhere. The question is, where did I write it down?
Kai doesn't remember his name.
Do you know where his shop is?
Yeah, it was right where I left Buddy. It was right around the corner there.
And what type of shop is it?
I think it's an alchemy.
Okay. Kai, you can roll. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't remember that name. Okay. Just roll me a d20, David.
Okay.
You don't remember his name, but you do know that he is, he has an alchemy shop in Academy Square.
Academy Square, that's it.
Well, that narrows it down. And you say he's a crazy gnome?
Yeah.
That narrows it down. Alright. Here's the thing. Our friend...
It's gotta be an elf.
I'll pass that along. I'm sure we can come up with an elf corpse if we need to.
Okay.
You can roll an insight check if you want, as he stares intently at you and says that in a very dry tone of voice.
Finally.
You know that he's talking about you. So there is a general, Basil Machedonus. He's the general of the Praetorian Guard. He is honest, hardworking, uncorruptible, a model general.
He hasn't met us.
I want you to discredit him. Or remove him. If I do it, I give up who I am, and the Sultan doesn't want me to do that. But if a careless guard were to leave your cell unlocked, and you just happened to do something to the general, well, that couldn't be faulted to me, the simple head jailer. I mean, I'd obviously have the guardsmen executed, or maybe just sent into exile and slavery. But our Sultan wins, you win, and if you do it well, you get a body. What do you say?
Not my body.
Well, assuming you don't screw this up.
It's a big assumption, sir.
I think that's
Okay.
why he feels the need to put this extra thread on there.
Yeah. That's what we do. We screw shit up, or we inexplicably fall ass backwards to success.
Okay.
Very well. Be ready to depart at the 4th hour past midnight. Hopefully, I won't see you again. And he strolls away whistling. All right. Bert. You're at Merton's Morning Mug. How are you trying to get attention to yourself without getting attention to yourself?
I'm going to be drinking coffee with the hand that holds that beautiful blue sapphire ring,
Okay.
and just like almost like showing it off.
Okay.
Yeah. But also reading something.
Okay.
Trying to be inconspicuous, but while being very conspicuous.
Okay. So we'll say that this is that same day, sort of later in the afternoon. Merton's morning mug has sort of died down. It's the lunch crowd has come and gone, and a dragonborn in sort of bookish attire, sort of outdated robes, a cap that's kind of on sideways, like he put it on and didn't really check the fit. Sort of everything about him says absent-minded mage. Wanders in, heads up to the counter, puts in an order, kind of looks around, spots you and sits down, signaling to the wait staff that this is where he's sitting. And he says, "What book are you reading, actually?"
My book.
Oh.
So that disgusting flesh-covered tomb.
Yeah, that's inconspicuous.
Dark tendrils of shadow leeching off of that thing. You can hear the ambient sound. Just ever so slightly.
So he sits down across from you, kind of picks a bit of fluff off of his robe that's not really there, kind of eyeballs your book, and makes a couple sort of false starts of like he's gonna say something and then he changes his mind, and finally he goes, "That seems to be a marvelous tome. I had a friend once who had one very much like it."
Like this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. He disappeared with all his belongings. Went mad, too, just before that. Burned his house down. Shame. Shame. Great mind. Great mind.
What was his name?
I don't know, Shane. Conversation, for fuck's sakes.
That's exactly why I asked.
Where is my Xanathar?
Kurt Reynolds.
I was... Fuck your game, Caleb.
His name was Blasius.
Blasius.
Yes.
I'm afraid I haven't heard of that guy.
Well,
But probably, not a surprise since he burned his house down and went crazy.
yeah, that will happen.
Probably didn't write too much after that. So I slam my book and I throw it back in the satchel. Or back, around.
That's also an interesting ring.
It is an interesting ring, isn't it?
Yes, and he kind of he flicks something off his robe, and when he does that, something on his hand catches your eye, and you see sort of the sparkle of blue. He goes, "Not everyone, wears it quite so openly. So, I assume you're trying to make contact?"
Indeed, and I wasn't going to be too obtuse about it, but yeah. How about we take a stroll?
No need.
No need?
No,
Nobody
I've
around
already
here is
taken
gonna...
care of it.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you can roll a perception if you want.
Perception. What is my perception? 16.
Okay, you can tell that ever since he sat down, all of the conversation that you're hearing from other tables is gibberish. Like, it sounds like people just talking, like you would hear at a restaurant or at at any crowded place. But they might as well all just be saying watermelon over and over again.
Okay.
And
So we're in some kind of cone of silence or whatever.
Yeah.
Some kind of. Okay. All right. Oh, that's a neat trick. I don't know that one. I like that.
yeah, it's
So-
pretty nice.
My problem is my friend got arrested for blowing up a city block, and I'd like to get him out. And I was hoping maybe the Sultan would be able to help us out.
My understanding is that the Sultan has asked for your help a couple of times.
He
And
did.
has not received it.
He did. But we did influence some change in the city of Karst. I do remember that coming through. Maybe not the way he wanted it, but it did happen. So I'm going to scratch that down as a win for us.
You can count it however you want, but he had plans for the city that included that election going that way. His plans did not include the city falling prey to a magical calamity of nearly unprecedented scope. Now, the Sultan, being the genius that he is, was able to make it work on his behalf, but that was in spite of your efforts, not because of them.
But I think the underlying theme of this is that we did cause the change that inevitably brought about his vision.
Yeah, and his vision would have been brought about without you being in Karst at all. The point is that friends of his help him out, make his plans succeed, not act as elemental agents of chaos that he then has to react to on the fly.
Knew what he was signing.
Yeah, but still kind of worked out. But I mean, we'll try better next time, swear. But we need the full crew to do that. And I was hoping maybe we could, get our friend Kai out of jail. Maybe grease the wheel with the guards. Maybe slip him out under the cover of darkness or something. One less prisoner. Is it really going to be a big deal?
Well, I mean,
Is that some?
the prisoner is considered an enemy of the state, and the Emperor has taken a personal interest in his case. Well, that
Really?
could be complicated.
Personal interest. Oh, that sucks. Because he really is kind of he is the sticky white goo between the two sandwiches that makes the oral team. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He has sticky white goo, and
He has a lot of sticky white goo. Like, he slings that everywhere. Just kidding. At dinner parties, in the street during the parades. Kidding. Is there any way that we could enlist the emperor's or the sultan's help at all in this matter?
I suppose there is a way. We could ensure that he escapes. And then we want you to take care of some business out of town.
You got it.
Basically, make a particular general look bad so he becomes disgraced. Do you think you can manage that?
get a name.
Dude, I've ruined so many homes. Of course I can do that. What's this general's name?
General Macedonus.
Macedonus.
Yes.
Okay,
Basil Macedonus.
Basil. Do people know his first name? I mean, I could just, flip that around. That would do it.
The same
Basil's
as,
a
expedition.
popular name.
Is it? Wow, I am really out of town, aren't I?
It was the name of a very potent and powerful emperor a few generations ago.
Because I put that shit in my zucchini and chicken.
No, that's
That's.
basil. There's a difference.
Have
Sir.
I been saying it wrong all my life? Oh my god!
Basil?
Why hasn't he corrected me?
Anyways,
Anyways,
so he says, we'll be in touch with information on when you can add to the general's disgrace. Hopefully, the sequence of events will have been started by tomorrow.
is there a particular way you want her disgraced? I mean,
I'm sure something will come to you.
all right. Um, are there any sources on this guy? Can I read up on him? Does he have a biography?
We'll get you the information you need.
Oh, okay,
We'll have it delivered to the house by courier.
lovely. Thank you.
No problem. Now, I would suggest that you keep your head low.
Right. Is the mustache doing anything, or is that just nothing?
He kind of shrugs. All of you apes look more or less the same to me.
Well, that's one race down. That'll work on the others.
Dragonborn, they
Check that.
they see themselves as superior. They were born from dragons. You were born from apes. Anyways, so he takes his coffee and goes. Do you and Kiki do anything else during the day?
Yeah, about the house. I'm gonna need to burn it down and live elsewhere.
Okay.
Did we insure that?
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
So, how do you go about doing this?
The standard way.
When do you do this?
Like when I get back.
Like when Bert
They
goes to the.
They know who I am. It is time to leave the house.
Okay, so while Bert is at Merton's morning mug, Kiki shoos out. Did you guys have like a
Nope,
butler?
not on this one.
Okay. So Kiki.
Oh yeah, Shady Shen was somewhere else, huh?
Yeah, that was Kiki or Fozzie and Friends and Karst.
But he got out.
Oh yeah,
He's fine,
Shin.
right?
Shin was one of the first ones out of the city.
So fuck this.
He knew which way the wind was blowing. So walk me through this, Amy.
What?
Kiki's decided to burn the house down.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna assume she knows how to start fires.
Yeah.
What does she do after starting the fire?
Leave.
Does she do anything before starting the fire?
Get Fozzie out?
Okay. And where do you put Fozzie while you're setting the fires?
At the neighbor's house. No, I send him to the fish market.
Okay. Give me.
Both go to the fish market. It's gotta be one of those like. Oh fuck. I feel like I'm a wanted fugitive. So we might have to go underground.
How are you gonna manage that?
I don't know.
Where are we gonna have to go?
I don't know.
I thought she said underground. I was like, do you have a
Underground,
spell?
okay.
They've seen my face. I can act, but Fozzie's in danger.
Yeah. He's associated with us, so that's bad.
Yeah. I feel like for now I'm prepping the house, burn it down.
Okay. So you're stacking bales of hay in the corner.
Yeah, like just throwing books at the wall, like just making it so it's a fire hazard.
Okay. Bert, you get home. And Kiki has piled up all the furniture in every room into the center, has lined it with paper and hay, and seems to be in the process of dumping some foul-smelling liquid all over these things.
What you doing?
Gotta burn the house down.
Why?
Gotta get out of town. Gotta leave.
We can't get out of town yet.
But they've seen us. And
One guy saw us.
he
One.
told everybody else. Gotta
So
say
we disguise ourselves.
Fozzie.
It's fine. We don't have to burn the house down.
How do I say Fozzie? Baby.
Well, that's a good question. We have to hide him. But let's not burn the house down because that'll just bring everybody here because it'll it's nighttime.
It's a distraction. We burn the house down and we run.
Hmm.
No?
Yeah, maybe not.
But I have no other idea.
How about this? We don't burn the house down, but we don't have to stay here tonight.
Okay.
Compromise?
Where's Fozzie going?
With us, of course. I mean, we can go. We can camp out of town.
Okay.
That sound all right?
You go to the church?
We could go to the church. They love us there because Baird's our friend. And he's probably down there right now. Because I don't see him around here. He's not upstairs asleep or anything, is he?
Not that I know of.
Were you going to check before you burn the house down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I choose to believe you.
All right, good. Wise choice indeed.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go to the church.
So on that heartwarming note, as Kiki and Bert and Fozzie head towards the Temple of Amathion, Kiki and Bert are both in disguise. Fozzie is very much not. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll see what happens next.
What a shit show.
It's true. Caleb's concerned that he's the one not prepped.
Yeah, right.
Fucking no idea, man.
What's a story?
Okay.
How does one plan?
What are characters? I mean, in the gang's defense, we have not played since June?
It was a while.
Yeah.
And it's September 8th. I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah, so it's been a
hot minute.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The last message I have in Discord is from March of Shane saying his connection is lagging.
Yeah,
So,
I saw that.
So yeah, it's been a while. So like these aren't characters that these guys are playing that frequently, and that's also why we haven't been uploading, because we just haven't been playing. So give them a break if they don't know their characters, because they don't play them that often. And we're gonna take a break, and we'll come back with a new episode. So yay! Okay. And yay! So this doesn't allow me to just pause the stream, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mute my mic. I suggest you guys do the same, and it'll take like 15 minutes.
Okay, bye.
Okie doke.
Do you want to do a sign off or anything? Or
Oh, that might be a good call. Okay, so yeah, I don't even fucking know anymore. Will they make it to the Temple of Amathion? When they get there, will the priests take them in? Or will they get spotted immediately because there's one fucking owlbear in the whole city?
He's cloaked.
And a bigger question, Were the guards actually able to identify Kiki and Bert, or is all this paranoia for nothing? And will Kai carry out the mission set for him by the Sultan? We don't know, but we will find out next time on the Chaotic Neutral Podcast. Until then, keep it chaotic.
Bye.
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 Okay, back in the flash.
Okay.
Oh. All right. There you go. Here's the little boy's room.
Oh my god.
Good day to you. Safe passage.
So Amy, I popped into WoW to just move this character where she can quest. And some dude in slash yell, "What up? We're cool guys looking for other cool guys who want to hang out in our guild. Nothing sexual. Dudes in good shape and courage. If you're fat, you should be able to find humor in the little things. Again, nothing sexual." I think that's the weirdest guild ad I've ever seen.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Any rumors on the wind? See to your affairs.
Fair warning, guys. This next chunk is gonna be a real shit show. Yeah.
What was the last one?
Yeah, what do you consider this?
The last one I had a little bit of an idea, but like I'm completely in the dark. Like we're here, there be monsters, lady and gentlemen. I had prepped for the very real possibility that you guys would accidentally kill the Emperor.
Did you really think that we could?
Even get there.
Yeah.
I thought if you guys had managed to get in the doors, like get past those first two guards, that without any knowledge of the Imperial Palace and the residence, that you could totally wander into where the Emperor was and end up in a fight.
Well. Look at this little motherfucker right here.
You're probably wondering how we got here. Yep, that's us. Just killed the Emperor.
Regicide? I didn't even know that was a word.
And I did, like, I don't know. Like, I had plans for if you guys had decided to come back and try to talk your way through the petitioner's court, or if you wanted to try an infiltration type thing. Once again, the one thing I absolutely did not expect you to do was to just fucking attack the first two guards you saw. And it's the thing I should have planned for.
I didn't know what else to do with them.
Like, it's not
They
Mario.
had
Mario the
enough
pleasure.
going.
It's not
I mean-
Mario. The world doesn't cease to exist after you move the screen right. I'll log out of WoW. We'll take a sip of my beverage. Alright, everyone's good?
I believe so.
Okay.
Mr. SD is muted, so I don't.
He put in Discord chat that he's there. He's just munching on some
Oh.
chips.
I don't read. God.
I am aware.
Fuck yourself.
I'm surprised, like, when I did that fucking pirate riddle in the other game, like, you went and grabbed it and read it and wrote it down and analyzed it. I'm like, wow,
I knew I was helping.
he never does this.
I know. It's gotten better. It's only taken how many? 6? No, longer than
Many years.
many years where I can actually drink and pay attention at the same time.
In one of the English lessons I keep ending up teaching, it's to practice counting in insects. And so the stupid koala bear in the first one is like counting ants that come out of this anthill. And in the second one, there are a few bees hanging out in a beehive, and he sees the honey, and he starts drooling. And so what does he do? He takes a stick and hits the beehive. And so the kids count 1 bee, 2 bees, 3 bees, and then it skips right past 4 and 5 as they just like come out. Like the text flashes up, but it's too fast because the next one comes out. And then after that, it's just mini bees, and he runs away. It's like, oh, Kobe Koala, you fucking idiot. But you're better than Momo, Monkey, who's a snitch.
Snitches. Snitches.
Yeah. No kidding. Like, there's one where I don't even know what the grammar point is, but Kobe is playing basketball in the classroom, and Momo like runs up to the teacher. Kobe's playing basketball in the classroom. Like, you fucking bitch. He's supposed to be your best friend, and you're tattling on him.
for his own good.
I mean, you're not wrong, because in the third little frame, the teacher tells him to stop playing basketball in the classroom, and as soon as the teacher's gone, he like bounces it off the fan, and the fan falls on his head. Chinese kids, man. Apparently they go hard. Okay. God, this is. I don't even know, guys. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here.
Just put us in combat.
We were in combat, then we ran away.
Yeah.
Well, put us in combat where it doesn't hurt so much.
I'll have
Just
you know.
softball it
How
in,
do I
Caleb.
heal?
Goddamn.
That's all I want.
So you guys are level 13.
Yeah.
I'll have
yes.
you know that those knights were challenge 3.
I don't know what that means.
That means that one knight is a fair fight for a party of level 3. To make knights a fair challenge for a party at your level, I would need. Oh, I guess it was a fair fight. Because I'd need 4 for a full party. So, yeah, so those should have been a fair fight.
So how do I heal?
You can spend hit die on a short rest, or if you take a long rest, you can just heal up.
Okay. Did we do that?
Did you go home and sleep, or did you go home and panic and start trying to burn the house down?
I went home and panicked.
Then
Always
no,
off
you
of
have not had a long rest.
Not even a short.
You've had a short rest.
Okay.
All right. I like how we're just jumping right in.
What's it?
I'm totally gonna just phone in this fucking recap.
I don't like that. Are you kidding me?
What don't you like, Amy?
I roll fucking 3,
You add your con modifier to each of those.
which is 1.
Oh yeah, so you get 5 hit points back.
How many hit dice do I get?
A total of 13.
Oh, here we
So,
go.
Amy, I thought you just used as many as you wanted until
I
you
was
got
going
to.
to, but I have to roll on.
I was thinking of that same thing. How many hit die do you have? As many as I need.
I just thought that's how it worked, guys. It should work. I need this many. I have this many. All right.
Okay. Are we ready?
Sure, boss.
Red to go.
All right, let's dive into the fever dream that is this D&D game. Previously on the Chaotic Neutral podcast, the gang is on the lam after an ill-fated, aborted attempt at a jailbreak. Kai and Bert, not Kai, Caleb. After an ill-fated, aborted attempt at jailbreak, Kiki and Bert retreated to the house to regroup and plan. Meanwhile, Kai was approached by an agent of Sultan al-Amr, who wants Kai's help in disgracing a rival general. Will the gang get back in the Sultan's good graces, or will they find out what happens when he is truly displeased with them? Find out in this week's episode of the Chaotic Neutral Podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Caleb, and I am joined tonight by Amy.
Yo, I play Kiki.
And Shane.
Bert's not drunk enough for this anymore.
And finally, David. Who needs to
Who's
unmute
eating?
his mic because he's eating.
Nom 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 nom.
David.
David's not here.
David's
There is no
right now,
David,
Mrs.
only
Torrance.
Zoom.
I like that we both went in basically the same direction. David is typing.
Okay. And David
Yeah,
said,
you're showing as unmuted, David, but like it's not lighting up like it's finding anything from your mic. I just want to remind anyone listening that we do not have a whole cadre of highly paid engineers, nor do we have our own recording studio. There we go.
there he is.
Perfect.
This amateur hour, people,
You get what you pay for.
get used to it.
Sorry.
You get
I'm
nothing.
doing a video camera. Like,
Okay,
What the fuck was that, Caleb?
that was Pandora saying that she's really happy she was fed, and it's crazy time now. All right, so
said,
finally,
yo, I'm Kai.
there we go. Okay, so we're gonna come back in with Kai. Middle of the night, mid-morning. You're not asleep because you're an elf and you don't sleep. A guard walks by, unlocks your cage, leaves the door slightly ajar, and goes, "Oops," and then leaves.
Walk out.
All right. You find yourself in a corridor that stretches off in both directions. The guard headed to your right when Captain Rangave went to go get your file. He went to the left.
Do they have my stuff?
You presume so?
To the left, yeah.
Okay. So you find yourself, after a couple hundred feet, you find yourself at an office that has windows that look out over the sea. And it looks like you're sort of built into the cliff face that the palace sits on top of. You can see the Imperial private harbor below with the Imperial pleasure yacht moored. And you can see a bustle of activity as slaves and servants seem to be getting it ready for a voyage. Off of this office, you see a couple smaller offices that seem to be, private. One in particular seems like it's got a nicer door with a nicer nameplate, and the nameplate does say Captain Rangave. In this office, you see sort of a plain desk with a chair and what looks like a ledger. And opposite the desk are stairs leading up.
I do it inside the thing. See if I figure out where my stuff would be.
Okay.
$12.
You think that maybe so. As you enter the room, there was a closed door to your left. Just beyond that are the stairs leading up. Opposite you are two doors into offices, and to your left are windows. I may have been dyslexic. The closed door and the stairs are on the right, and then the windows are on the left.
Try the stairs. Oh, the door to the stairs.
Okay. That's your insight. That closed door you think would be where confiscated equipment is.
Okay.
The door's locked.
I punched the door.
All right, give me a strength check.
$14.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be a dex?
No, because this
Oh.
is like breaking a door down.
But my fist or dex? Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think you can dexterously, like, a door doesn't have pressure points that you're targeting like a person or a creature.
It's got a lock and 3 hinges.
Yeah, but the lock is internal and the hinges are on the other side.
If you punch it hard enough, it'll work, David. I have faith in you. All your problems can be solved by violence.
Where's my DMG?
I'm gonna wake somebody up. I should have looked for the key. Oh, that's not Kai's.
Oh, this takes me back. Filling the audio feed with turning pages.
Flip, flap, flip, flip. Makes it sound like you're.
In the meantime, I was listening to NPR about Burt Reynolds and how he, one of his movies, he did his own stunt over the waterfall.
Oh, that's right. He started out as like a crazy stunt guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed listening to that, but they were like saying like, for all of his box office draw, he made terrible financial choices. And then they went like they just listed off all of his mistakes. I'm like, dude, he died. Give him a fucking break.
Well, he was telling an experience where he was getting ready to do the stunt, and something happened. A tidal wave came and hit him, and so he was doing nothing he told him that he was going to do, and got stuck in one of those swirly pools, whatever it's called. And he remembered that you have to swim down to the bottom to get out of it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So he swam down to the bottom. He says, "They never told me what happens when you swim down to the bottom. It shoots you out like a torpedo."
I didn't hear that.
So he gets shot out of a torpedo over the waterfall.
Okay, so your fist strikes the door, and it's almost like you hit the resonant frequency where the whole door seems to vibrate and send out a boom, like a bell almost, that reverberates up and down the hall. But the door does not break.
Need my tools. I hit it again.
All right, roll me another strength check.
Come on, roll 20.
Kai is wise, right?
He's
Yeah.
very wise.
All right. Roll me a wisdom check. Okay, and that doesn't include your proficiency, right? It's just a straight wisdom.
Oh, it does. Alright. So, -3. So 10.
You have a +0 to wisdom?
No.
Oh, okay.
Press 3.
Okay, so the 13 is correct then.
Okay.
But I was wondering, like with the strength save, it's the strength that says it's a save. I was just making sure that that wasn't including your +5 or whatever proficiency bonus.
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay, so you first off, your second punch does manage to crack the door, and you think it busts the lock because it kind of swings loose a little bit. As you do that, you get sort of a flash of intuition that the captain seemed to want, like he wanted to help you out. He wanted you to have the best chance of succeeding. Um, and he told you his name. And so I think he kind of expected you to go to his office. But you open the door, and sure enough, it's the equipment impound. It's sort of a long, narrow storage corridor almost that stretches back into the mountain or into the hill that the palace is built on. And it's lined with just sort of confiscated stuff. All of them seem to have an ID number cataloged underneath it. And at the far end, you can see another closed door.
I don't see any of my stuff right off the bat.
Roll me a perception check. Okay. With a 15, you kind of you do see a spot that looks like it held stuff until very recently, but it was recently cleared off and emptied, based on like the dust around it and stuff.
Alright, go to his office.
All right. How do you approach this?
I walk up to the door and push on it.
Okay. The door is unlocked. It opens. And inside on the desk, you find all of your stuff in sort of a neat package, sort of like a crate. And next to it, you find sort of what looks like the draft of a letter.
Okay. Read the letter.
The letter says, "Dear Impound Quartermaster, the general the emperor has taken special interest in the case of this monk, and the general has requested all of his effects be moved to the secure wing of the solitary confinement dungeon. I have packaged them and am preparing to send them tomorrow morning, or by the time you get this, they will be en route."
Take all my stuff.
Okay. So you have your stuff. You're
There's
equipped.
windows.
Yes, there are. There are very fine windows that they actually have glass in them, and they look out over the harbor.
How far is the harbor down? How far is the harbor down?
You're about 80 feet up.
I can make it.
Oh, you know what? Roll me in with that perception. That perception wasn't in this room. Roll me a perception while you're in here.
$27.
Okay. You also find sort of hidden away in your blacksmith tools, like in a pouch of the cloth, the canvas thing that your tools roll up in. In a pouch in there, you find an envelope with sort of a couple pieces of parchment in it that you did not put in there.
Somebody touch my tools.
Well, yeah.
I read it.
It says, Kai, I'm glad you decided to take on this job. I have directed, I've bribed tonight's guard into letting you out of your cage through intermediaries. He doesn't know that I'm the one who bribed him. I also forgot to lock my door to my office while leaving your supplies in here. Um, Obviously, you know this, or you wouldn't have found this. I have carried out my end of the bargain. You must find your way to the Daphne Gardens, where General Macedonus will be entertaining a few female guests from the town. Find a way to disgrace him in front of them and the other nobles present in the gardens, and we will call things square.
Did he give me a map or anything?
He does. I cannot give it to you because it's sort of in my head.
I really want to go to that yacht.
So the opposite direction from those windows, you'd go up the stairs and up a few more flights of stairs to the ground level of the barracks. You would then need to sneak your way out, which shouldn't be too hard because the dungeons don't have much staff at night that guard the main entrance. They tend to watch the cell blocks, and he has arranged for light duty in the main traveled paths. From there, you'll find yourself in the reception gardens, which usually have people of various activities. If you act naturally, you should be able to move through them into the Daphne Gardens, where the general is hosting a soiree.
Asking Kai to act naturally.
They don't know him.
They should have done their homework.
They knew they had someone in a bind and thought, we can use this.
Because Kai is on a mission, he's going to follow the map.
Okay. So, as he promised, your route from his office to the main exit of the prison is pretty much clear and empty. You don't know if he's just like reassigned patrols or what he's done. But go ahead and roll me a stealth roll with advantage, because there are a couple, like you can't completely get rid of patrols. Okay. That's enough that you're able to sort of duck into the shadows and around corners before anyone sees you. That was a 16 for anyone listening at home. And you make your way, following the map, up to the main entrance of the prison, and you're able to slip out without incident. You find yourself in sort of an enclosed Roman-style garden. So you have pillared, covered walkways around the perimeter, and that's where the doors of the prison let you out. And in the center, there are overgrown trees with fountains and like a little decorative stream with some ponds and paths running throughout it. And you can hear conversation and laughter and some music. But it does seem like you're on the perimeter of the party.
I pull out my staff of striking stick and
are you wearing your old robes, your plain
Yes.
brown robes? Okay.
Yep. And begin my old man routine.
Okay. Give me a deception.
Well, you look the part now. Didn't you like age like a bit?
Yeah.
In our travels.
Yeah. Well then.
That'd be a 1. Not natural, but
So you know how sometimes when you're playing a part and you go too much. You're kind of doing that.
Full.
Yeah. You're just hobbling along, like you look like you can't even walk, and so, you look like a parody of an old man. Um,
Get off my lawn!
luckily for you, no one's really paying attention, and the only one who is thinks you've just had a bit too much to drink. So, do you meander through the party, or do you try to make your way as directly as you can across to the Daphne Gardens?
As directly as I can.
Okay. Roll me a survival check for navigation. Because now that you're actually in the palace grounds, things are kind of confusing. All the doors kind of look the same.
That would be an 8.
All right, so you head generally eastward towards.
Is it a forested area? No.
The garden itself is, but the porticos aren't. So they're sort of cloisters of forested area. So I would say when you're within the courtyard, you're fine. But the problem is figuring out how to get from one courtyard to the other. Let's just roll. Percentiles. Okay. As you're heading towards the door that you're pretty sure leads into the corridor connecting this garden to the Daphne Gardens, a young noblewoman, human, dressed in sort of a silky, shimmering, almost see-through toga-like gown, sort of stumbles up to you and kind of trips and falls against you and puts her hand on your arm and kind of lingers it there for a second. Oh my. Oh. Reginald, would you like to bring an elf to the baths? Are you an elf under there? I haven't done it with an elf. You should come to the baths with us, Sir Elf. And she hasn't let go of your bicep. She's actually squeezing it a little bit.
Is her name Judy? Sorry.
It's based a little bit on that performance. That's the
inside joke.
Yeah, that's the seed of the joke of the character. Obviously, that is not what happened. She just felt up your arm, but.
Why, yes. I'd be delighted.
Oh,
Please.
excellent! And she kind of links her arm in yours and starts pulling you sort of generally southward, but it's hard to tell because she's had a few and she's meandering.
I regale her with a story.
What story?
Trying to think of the name. The Huntington City. Where I went to the Kyrie, where I went to the bath, came out all shiny.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll a persuasion or performance, whichever you prefer of the two.
I'll try persuasion. 22.
Damn.
Crap, kid.
Okay.
Somebody gonna get laid tonight.
So what are you trying to persuade her to do?
To help me embarrass him, Basil.
Basil? Well, let me see what I can dig up. But we gotta go to the baths. Reginald, come on, Reginald. And Reginald, looking way too sober for this situation, follows along.
Okay.
She leads you to the main baths, which are just off of the banquet hall, which is the sort of the southern edge of the reception gardens. Um, and they're actually pretty spectacular. Uh, on the northern side of it, there's sort of this walled portico, and there are attendants with towels and soaps and basically all of the accoutrement that you need. And then the top pool is the hot pool, the caldera. I want to say the caldera, but it's not quite the caldera. But it's the hot pool. And from there are falls that sort of fall down into terraces, and there are multiple pools on each terrace that sort of all feed into this waterfall system that splashes over the side of the cliff into the sea in a spectacular fashion. And they're all those infinity pools, so you feel like you're on the cliff's edge, no matter where you are in these baths. That has nothing to do with the story, but I came up with this place and I wanted to share it.
It was neat. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. So, she leads you to the hot pool and immediately starts trying to neck on you.
Just let it happen.
Reginald is there, but he doesn't seem that interested in you, and he seems to understand that his lady friend is not interested in him tonight. That there's something novel. Do you roll with it?
Yes.
Okay. So, Kai is getting late. We do the Mass Effect tasteful fade to black. We come back. Everyone is fully clothed again, because it's also like Star Trek: The Next Generation. They cut to commercial break while they're making out, and when they come to, like, the makeout session is over and they're fully clothed, but you can tell that they had sex during the commercial break.
And that 2.5 minutes was all they needed.
No sex, please. We're Starfleet. Anyways, she's like, so, and she's a little sober now. The baths and the sex, she's sobered up a little bit. So how do you plan to disgrace the good general?
That's what I asked you, isn't it?
Well, I mean, there's disgrace and there's disgrace. I could embarrass him by just merely throwing a drink in his face. Like, how bad is the damage you want done?
Demote him?
That will take some doing. And it has to be tonight?
Yes.
One moment. And she sort of kicks away from you. You're now in the cool pool. So,
Okay.
history lesson for everyone. Traditional Roman baths had the hot bath where you would sort of scrub down and get clean, but you'd also sort of sit and relax because it would loosen up your muscles, like sitting in a spa now. And then they'd have the warm baths, and then they'd have the cool baths, which were for swimming and sort of relaxing again after the heat from the previous baths. So you're sort of in the last stage of doing the Roman bath experience here. And this is also the section of the baths where people would sit and socialize. Think old men at the pool.
Oh.
Except
Fluff.
instead of old men, they're all like hot nobles. So she sort of kicks her way over to a few friends and starts, chatting away. Sort of pulls Reginald along, chatting to him as she goes. Do you do anything, or do you just sit and enjoy the pool?
I'm just clicking my fingers, like start fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm reading lips too.
Okay. You think that she's sort of getting gossip on him. And yeah, we'll go with a good standard, a good standby Roman name. She is Flavia.
Okay.
Um, and
Good. Does she have a good flavia in her labia? Sorry.
as soon as I said it, I knew it was coming from some corner or other. If not you, then Amy. Am I wrong, Amy?
Yeah. For
No.
once.
Oh, you
I had
didn't-
nothing.
Were you trying though?
No.
Oh.
I just thought, damn, that's dumb. And that was it.
Excuse me for
But I
trying to pick
appreciate
appropriate
that,
names.
Shane picked up the slack there.
It was a little late because I was looking at pictures of Jerry Ryan, and I don't know why.
I sent you down a wormhole, a rabbit hole, huh?
Yeah.
Wrong show. That one sucked.
I liked Voyager. You take that back.
I thought I liked it, and then I tried to watch a few episodes a few years ago. I'm like, oh no.
I've never seen Voyager.
It took a while for me to get up there because I think Jerry Ryan was when I started to like.
Who's Jerry Ryan?
7 of 9. Do you remember
The
her?
board chick.
The hot board chick.
The one with the skinny hip.
Skinny hips and just like a double D rack and just crazy proportions. It was weird. Anyway, sorry. That was
Distracted.
See,
yeah, very.
I liked Janeway, and I liked the idea, but I felt like they didn't go anywhere with either of those.
Possibly. I mean, Picard is obviously the superior captain.
Picard's the best captain.
He is.
I mean, Sisko has his moments, and Kirk. I feel like Kirk is like a blunt object. Like, there are certain things that if you need them done, Kirk is the man to do them. Like,
He's the space Burt Reynolds.
yeah.
The Cisco, was he even a captain? I thought he was like the
He was commander. He was a commander.
Oh,
He's the-
commander of
yeah,
a space
guy.
station or so. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Um,
And that was more like the sociological journey instead of like an explorative thing.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it
we
was-
all live here. Let's get along, I guess.
it was what would it be like to be a space station administrator and try to like navigate all of these horrible cultures that don't get along?
Here's the one normal person among just garbage
Yeah.
people.
What must
How
it
does it
be
work?
like to run a space station where you have a Ferengi living there full time?
That is your job. Ferengi containment.
Like, you know he's going to be ripping people off left and right. How do you make it tolerable? You also know that Taylor is a spy for an enemy regime.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And on top of that, you have Chief O'Brien working there. The universe hates Chief O'Brien, which means the universe hates your space station.
And sometimes here's Worf.
Yeah. Worf's here. Why? I don't know. But he is. Next Generation ended and Michael Dorn needed a job. Okay, that's a
Damn it.
1.5 Manhattan level tangent. Caleb Manhattans, by the way, not Bar Manhattans.
Not
Caleb
even
Manhattans.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Bar Manhattans are chintzy.
I mean, if it were Amy Manhattans, I'd be asleep right now.
Just whiskey in a tall glass with a cherry.
Whiskey in a tall glass with a cherry. That is an Amy Manhattan.
Just watching Frasier just a while ago, and it was talking about. I think they were talking about like how great cigarettes are, and they're like, Martin, I mean, you quit smoking a while ago. There must have been some trigger for you, or some reason, that you or some way that you used to smoke. And he's like, yeah, when I had insomnia, I would take out a cigarette, and I'd fill a water glass full of bourbon, and for some reason I'd be out like a light all night. But boy, would I have a headache in the morning.
There's an episode of New Girl where Nick's ex-girlfriend comes into the bar and she's like, "Can I get one of those Nick Miller Manhattans?" He's like, he goes, "You mean a solo cup full of whiskey?"
Soda cup full of whiskey.
Okay, so she comes back, David, and she says, "We'll take care of it. Do you want me to do this tonight? And do you want to be present?"
Yes and yes.
Okay. I'll find you when it's done. Head to Daphne Gardens and pretend like we don't know each other.
You got it.
All right. And she sort of does a flirty, splashy, and then swims away. You kind of think that she's expecting you to do some chasey.
Chasey.
Do you?
Yes.
All right. You and she get distracted again, and your plans are delayed. Afterwards, you head to Daphne Gardens, and things are starting to wind down. You were busted at 4 a.m, and the party was still going strong at that point. And you've been hanging out with her. The sun's coming up. You get the sense that these people aren't really sure. Like, wait, what? The sun's coming up? No. They're nobles. They don't have anywhere to be.
What's a weekend?
Yeah. This is my job, to party with the Emperor. The Emperor, by the way, has adjoined to his chambers with a number of noble women and slaves. The general, being the host of this party, is sort of sitting slumped in a chair, kind of waiting for everyone to leave so that he can call an end to the party. But you get the sense that these nobles are quite willing to continue drinking and eating on his dime until they can no longer stand. And your friend Flavia and a couple other women make their way up to him and loudly denounce him. They say that he has tried to implicate them in plots against the Emperor, and how dare he think that they would turn on the Emperor. And go ahead and roll me an insight check. This is mainly for the benefit of the audience. Okay. So you get the sense that the charges of conspiring against the Emperor are exaggeration. But she's pulled those from comments that he has made disparaging the Emperor. She cites several times where at dinners he would complain about how the Emperor fancies himself a great general, but he hasn't actually inspected his troops in 5 years, and that the Emperor is more interested in fooling around with slave girls than in the business of running the empire. And someone really should, take the or that the administrators and the generals run the empire anyways. Why should they continue to pay homage to the Emperor? And So that you get the sense that the things he said are real, but that he never actually conspired, but they're going to spin it into that he has. You also notice that she doesn't put herself on the line at all. She's merely the person bringing forward all these witnesses. She herself hasn't committed to anything. And sort of once it starts, lots of people start joining in from all corners, and she quietly makes her way back to you, Kai, and says, "Is that what you were hoping for? I can assure you, he will not be general tomorrow."
Yes.
Damn.
Excellent. So, when can I expect to see you again? I haven't seen you around the palace before. And she kind of runs a finger along your chest.
I'll be around.
You're lowborn, aren't you? It was fun slumming with one. Maybe I will track you down and give you a taste of power. Until then, Reginald! And she sort of traipses off.
I'm being used.
Oh, multiple angles, yes. You've been used every which way from Sunday. But you are also free to move about the gardens and leave through the reception gate if you so choose. Sort of the main gate that the nobles use to enter and leave.
I fulfilled my task. Almost. So still need to make sure that body gets...
So what else? What do you do?
I leave.
Oh, okay. Where do you go once you leave?
I go back to Kiki's.
Okay. You find it dark and empty. No sign of them. So now we cut back to Kiki and Bert. When last we left, you guys were leaving the house in the previous afternoon, planning to head for the Temple of Amathion.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to the map of the city. And the house is here. And the Temple of Amathion is here. What route do you plan to take to get from point A to point B?
Wait,
Still seeing.
where's... I gotta make the map right. Where's the temple?
The temple is here.
Okay, so...
Basically, you guys need to cross most of the city through some pretty public areas.
You know, the fastest...
My roll 20 is kind of screwed up. Can't see the map yet.
Okay.
Is there a route we can take
Farm market.
through the farmer's market? What?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
We have to go past the library, the Senate House.
Dang. It's totally screwed up. Okay. How about we? Well, I mean, there's a route that's like not on the main road, right?
Shane, try reloading Roll20 altogether.
I did, and it kind of crashed on me. So.
Oh, okay, because I'm showing you not in there at all.
Yeah.
Can we go this way?
She crashed.
Yeah. Do you plan to stick to the main streets, like go down to Heraclius Way and the Path of Glory to Hammer Road, or do you want to try to take side streets?
I guess side would be smart.
I mean, it's a little bit of both. There's going to be more traffic on the main streets, but you're probably going to stand out more on the side streets.
Yeah. I don't know. Main Street seems fine.
Okay. So, you take Fozzie on his evening walk down the path of glory to the steel market. There are several street merchants that sort of toss meat pies at him.
Please, not tonight.
Hey, Fozzie. Good to see you, buddy. And they throw meat pies out in front of him. And this is actually, if I recall correctly, Kiki had made arrangements with several vendors.
Oh,
where
right.
she basically almost pays like a subscription fee.
Right.
For Fozzie's proclivities. So you make your way through the steel market and up Hammer Road to the farm market and start making your way around the lake. On the lake, it looks like there is some festival where a bunch of nobles are out boating, and they've chained a bunch of the boats together to make one giant party yacht. And it looks like things are just sort of kicking off for the nobles this evening. As you make your way along the shore, you're not being stealthy at all. But you're also regular sights, and no one really pays any attention to you other than you have several gawkers. They're just like, oh, look at the owlbear. And Bert is also drawing a few stares.
What did you do?
Well, Bert...
Put on a mustache.
Well, I mean, it's a killer mustache.
I feel like he's just like twirling it like it's the best thing ever.
I was thinking like stroking it like it's a handlebar, and he's...
I put some gel in it, some dippity doo, and I like curled it around the
He's got
tip.
the Captain Hook. No, unless Bert's changed his attire, which he may have, and I just forgot about it. He was wearing kind of threadbare, ratty robes. He kind of looked the part of a Lovecraftian cultist before.
Kind of, yeah.
So he...
Is that not his normal attire?
Well, that is his normal attire. And it's not normal attire for this city.
Technically a hobo.
Yeah. Like, Bert puts the hobo in Murder Hobo. Kiki puts the murder in Murder Hobo. Bert puts the hobo.
I feel like he puts the hoe in hobo.
That's Kai. As we just saw. So once you get back over to Galata, sort of the shadier, seedier part of the city, the first alley you pass, you hear... God, I can't do it. It's the whistle, the wolf whistle, at you. Sort of your little entourage.
A wolf?
Like...
Oh.
I can't whistle, so... that's the one. And it happens again as you pass the second alley, followed by... Hey! Hey!
Listen!
Navi?
I don't know. I look
My
for it, I
video
guess.
turned into not.
Roll me a perception check, Amy.
23.
All right. You can't see anything, but you're reminded of when you first came into town and you got Fozzie's papers made.
I have no idea.
You went down an alley, and there were creatures making
Birds.
eerily similar mimicry sounds to things, and you could tell that specific sounds meant specific things to them.
Okay, so to the bird.
Hey,
Hey.
and you hear a cat hissing, and then they go,
I make a hissing.
"Hey, hey,
Hey.
wolf whistle."
Wolf whistle.
Am I picking up on any of this?
You can roll an insight, Bert. Amy, does an 18 hit your AC?
Uh-huh.
A pebble flies out of nowhere and hits you in the head. Hey!
I
Get a
what are we
20.
walking? Dirt or stone?
You're walking along cobble streets. What was that, Bert?
20.
Yeah, you pick up on what's going on. That there's something sort of making these noises at you, and Kiki seems to be responding.
So I stop
But
completely.
not in the way these things want.
Oh. Well, okay. Hey, who's trying to get your attention? What's going on?
You know.
They
the
seem
birds.
pissed. Birds?
The birds.
Like Kenku birds?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Well, let's go say hi. They obviously want to say something. I'm guessing you've already made contact. You know these guys?
Do I know them?
You've done business with them.
I know them. I don't think they
Well, let's go say hi. They're awfully friendly, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So do you head down the alley?
Yeah.
I love birds.
Okay. You can hear ahead of you
It's their word.
sort of chatter. You can hear sort of a voice on a rooftop ahead of you say, "Car! Car!" And another one responding, "Game on! Game on!" Although this is a medieval city. Carriage! Carriage! Game on! Game on! What, Amy?
I don't get it.
Street hockey, or any game in the street, you'd say car, and everyone would leave. And then the car would drive by and go game on, and you'd go back. And it was famously done
Said game on.
in Wayne's World. They were playing hockey, and they had it, like, as soon as they get set back up, car, game on, car, game on.
I follow now.
And so they sort of guide you through sounds down a couple twisting alleys into sort of a dead-end alley. And waiting at the other end is a tall tabaxi that you've seen before. And I can't remember if this was the tabaxi with the frowny face. It had to have been. Yeah, so he's a black tabaxi with sort of a white frowny face pattern on his chin. And he says, "Go ahead, Shane."
Is this a tabaxi that Kiki's had contact with?
Kiki.
Only? Okay.
Yeah, it's not the librarian tabaxi.
I forgot. I wrote her name down.
Yeah, that was Wounded Sparrow.
Ooh, okay, that's the one.
And she was also black and white, but the white markings on her face were sort of a splotch of white that ran down the middle of her face and made her look a little surprised. So this one says, "Little Kiki, it's good to see you again."
Well, hey there, you.
I don't think we were properly introduced last time. I am Midnight Snow.
I stifle a giggle.
Get us killed, please.
Yes, because Kiki is a very serious name, the name of a killer. So
I never thought about it.
thought about what the Kiki is a.
Kiki, just did it. Well, no, I have thought because it's an adorable little girl
You
name,
sound
and
like a
then
sociopath.
yeah,
So, rumor around our friends is that someone made an ill-advised incursion into the Imperial Palace and killed a Praetorian guard the other night.
Really?
Yes, and some people, some friends I had watching your house, um, seem to think that you were planning to leave town in a hurry. And
I lean over to Bert. Did we kill a guy? Did he die?
and I thought I knocked one out.
Oh no, you straight up killed him.
Oh, I burned him alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He died.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't remember that guy vaporizing?
no.
What planet are you on?
You're not on a planet, oddly enough. Now,
Sorry.
now you are a friend and a business associate. So obviously, this is not a threat. We're not planning to inform on you. But we thought perhaps if you wanted some help, some papers, some disguises for your beast of burden, perhaps we could come to an arrangement and help you out. I also noticed that your other associate, the one that I had the other arrangement with, is not with you. Is he all right?
Yeah, I don't really know about him. What'd you have in mind?
Well,
We're very concerned about Kai. Is that the one you're talking about?
He's very concerned about.
Come on. Come on.
Are
You love
looking,
him.
Well, it's sort of what are you looking for? Are you looking for a safe place to stay? Are you looking for a way out of the city? I am an arranger. I know people. And for the right price, I can help you get to know people.
Well, Kiki has all the plans, don't you?
Do I? Tried to burn the house down, dude. You really think I was thinking shit through?
Yeah, we thought maybe we overstayed our welcome, so we'd try to, stay the night somewhere else and see how that played out.
Very
Be a
well.
place to crash.
I do.
I don't know about the Praetorian Guard, but yeah, go ahead and say what you were going to say. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you out there.
I do have some information I'd be willing to share for, a price, a modest sum.
For, like, cash money, or
That's usually the agreed upon amounts.
what
Especially
kind of
with
info?
people of your reputation. Favors tend not to get repaid, is the
What
word
kind-
about you.
What?
What? We're speaking frankly, are we not?
I feel like, you don't have correct information. Fine, whatever. What information do you have? What?
I can tell you exactly what the Praetorian Guard know. For a mere trifling sum.
Yeah. I'm
Shall
good
we
with
say
that.
500 gold?
Sounds like a lot
That's
to
a
me.
lot.
I don't know, how's your Etsy store doing?
But, peace of mind. Can you really put a price tag on that? On knowing exactly what your enemy knows?
I'm not sure I have that kind of cash.
You just dropped several thousand, not the other day.
Yeah, and it's gone now.
She has bad money management skills.
You gotta tell everybody? You gotta
Well-
tell everybody my business?
I thought they knew because they saw what they saw.
Well, be that as it may, Your secrets are safe with us, and if you come into the cache, I'm sure you know how to make contact. I just wanted to let you know that our services are available should you choose to avail yourself of them.
You know what, Kiki? I got this one. I got this one.
Sidebar.
Okay, all right.
What kind of cash you looking at here? Like, what do you got?
I got a little under 2,000 gold. Somehow 900 of it went missing.
I spent it all.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Sorry.
And owlbear is a fucking burden. I'm sorry. I'm drunk. I love y'all. I love
He
Foster.
is
never
taking
loved
up.
our son.
He is taking up most of the alley. Looking
is
very
valid.
cramped and awkward.
We're really close together. It's not really a sidebar. Right next to him. I mean, are you willing to pay for
I'll pay for this.
this sort of thing?
Yes.
All right.
I will drop this one.
All right.
So, Mr. Midnight Shadow?
Midnight Snow.
Snow. All right, sorry.
My friends call me Snow.
Snow. So, I'm going to give you what you're asking for. And
Excellent.
so, what exactly are they looking for?
So they
Did you
not.
pay him?
Pardon what?
Did you pay him?
Yes.
I'd like to say outside of character, I've got more gold than you know what to do with.
I know. I know.
I know.
And I feel like Bert knows too.
So
And he's
much
like-
gold, it's not funny.
Like
Go ahead.
she was gonna burn a house that she dropped like 10K on without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Fuck this place.
Go
I'll
ahead.
buy a new manor.
Get a new one.
Suddenly I'm in fucking dire straits.
I just got no money.
Kiki's the wolf of Heraclius Way. No, she's the wolf of Wall Road.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know what
The Wolf of Hill Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street is a Martin Scorsese movie where Leo DiCaprio is playing the slightly fictionalized life of this really douchey Wall Street trade broker, and most of the movie is just him spending his money in ridiculous ways, like obscene, ridiculous ways.
It'll make you angry, but it was funny.
Yeah. So, the Praetorian Guard, who did see you, did not get a clear look at the little one. Nor did he get a good look at the other one. At you, I assume.
Well,
So,
supposedly, right?
the Imperial mages who pulled your images out of their mind were not able to get a clear image. So they do not know who they are looking for. Exactly.
Oh.
They know they are looking for a halfling and a human who travel together, and that's about it.
Ah,
Dude,
I mean,
I was split up for a while. Can I act like somebody bigger than myself?
That's a very good question. Let me pull
On-
up the
on your
Dungeon Master's
tiptoes.
Guide.
I know. Can I put blocks on my feet or something?
I think I'm gonna have to start identifying as a woman for a little while.
No longer do it as a mohawk. Just
Yeah, it's
let it sit flat.
pull back in a ponytail, maybe.
Mm.
Or yeah, just like on the either side, like straight hippie hair. Yeah.
Lipstick on, a little eyeshadow.
Or I'll just disguise
Pretty
self
up
as
his face.
Yeah, I guess disguise self.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say yes, Amy.
I can be somebody bigger.
Like you can, like you probably can't pass as a human, but you could put flats in your boots and kind of wear heavier, bulkier clothes and pass off as a dwarf with that skill and with your disguise kit.
Rough as. But all right.
I didn't catch that.
I said that's gonna be rough as a rope. Both here.
They don't have to be noisy. Like you've. It'd be part of your disguise, and like in general,
we're
your
gonna need to do, Bert. We're gonna need to get a trench coat, and you're gonna have to get on my shoulder.
This is diegetic, by the way. This is Snow laughing at that plan.
I think it's a good plan.
I'm sure you think all of your plans are good plans.
You think your face is.
So, you know what I know, and I now am 500 gold richer, and I think this has been a very productive arrangement. Kiki,
Oh, me too.
you know where to find me if you choose to avail yourself of any other of the services the Thieves Guild of Bezos can provide.
Can you ask your friends not to throw rocks at me anymore?
They were just trying to get your attention. You seemed unusually dense. They thought perhaps a pebble to the skull would jog some memory.
Calling back to them. I don't know how that.
Have a good evening. It was good to see you.
God, you guys.
So Fozzie sort of butt shuffles his way backwards out of the alley until he gets to another alley where he can kind of do a 3-point turn.
My poor baby.
Where do you guys go?
Since they don't know, since they don't know who we are, look, let's go back home. Let's clean up that kerosene mess.
So,
Well, I'm gonna blame that on Kai.
What?
so retcon, Kai, you get home, and Bert and Kiki are home, and you guys have reunited. Yay!
What? How'd you get out of friggin' jail? We were. How?
I have my ways.
Because I made an arrangement. Now I have to follow through with it, and you're here. I guess it makes it easy because you're with me. I got to embarrass this guy.
Bezel? Already done.
Say what?
Is it Basil?
Basil, yeah. Basil Mazzadores.
Already done.
Mazzadores. It's already done? What'd you do? How did you do that? Why? What's going on? Dude, you're like 10 steps ahead of me, and that's weird.
It happened.
It happened. And you smell like sex.
Bert has a refined nose for that.
Smells like cat food and spit.
That's what his book smells like.
Yeah.
Just every time, like, whoa. Whoa, what have you been doing in there?
Guess that's what happens when they put you in jail.
Jeez.
Want to talk about
All right.
it?
You want to talk about it? Do you need to bounce some things off? You got some PTSD?
Need to work through some things here?
No, I'm good.
No, yeah, you initiated it, didn't you?
You
It's all your
started.
idea.
Yeah, Kai's the one going, shh, just let this happen.
He's been in there for like 6 hours. Listen. You're not getting out of this. I don't sleep, and now neither do you.
Oh, those poor people.
Oh, wow. And this is why we will never make it big as a podcast.
What's wrong?
Flinging out rape jokes like dollar bills at a strip club.
All right. So the next morning, you guys get the morning paper or whatever the equivalent is here, and
The morning scroll.
Bert, yeah,
Morning scroll.
Kiki on her morning walk, and Bert down at Merton's morning mug find out that the Emperor has removed General Machedonus from his position and has exiled him to his villa in the country to await further action. In the meantime, he has chosen to promote the commander of his jail, Captain Rangave, to the new general of the Praetorian Guard.
Is this the game that we were supposed to do something about these?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You were
What?
supposed to go investigate someone's villa that was going to shit.
Oh yeah, and we never did because things happened. Or things didn't happen.
Well, because Kai was a terrorist.
It's on the-
Right. We had to deal.
Every time you guys have gone to leave town, Kai has happened. So we're back in a position where you could theoretically leave town and go take care of that thing again. And we'll
At this
see.
point, is it even a problem, or did it solve itself?
I mean, it's only been about a week in game time.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Like, it's entirely plausible that Bayard is still trying to get a cart that meets his standards.
Okay. So, feasibly, in the next episode, like 4 episodes back, we could probably go to this farm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that.
So.
As long as there's a body.
We'll make one on the way. Probably make more than one.
Until then, keep it chaotic.
Bye!
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.